Welcome back to the Devil May Cry playthrough. Before starting the second mission, I just wanted to show off some of the power-ups you can get. Like a green vitality stars you can use to heal yourself at any time. A holy water you can use to damage every enemy on the screen. Untouchables work like invincibility stars in Super Mario Bros. Like I said before, you can buy blue orbs to upgrade your health. Purple stars and purple orbs don't really come into play right now. And yellow orbs work like continues anytime you die. And only in the second mission, I guess I should probably comment on the combat. Of course, the being able to combo between your guns, which have unlimited ammo, and your sword play really work to make the combat more fast and interesting. When this game first came out, it was praised for its fast-paced action, and I can agree with that. Of course, later on, we would get its quote-unquote clone, God of War. Although the main problem with this game would have to be in some cases where you have to deal with a lot of enemies. Also at this point where you'd have kind of the worst weapons you can possibly get. Force Edge doesn't really do a lot of damage. And even though your pistols, Ebony and Ivory, have unlimited ammo and you can shoot really fast, they don't do virtually any damage. Especially to the marionettes. But in today's part, we'll be getting some new weapons and they'll be a lot better. Not the best weapons, but they will be better. Of course, you can't always run from these enemies if you don't want to fight any of them. But that does cut out your red orbs, and you're going to need a lot to upgrade your weapons and to buy all the items you're going to need. I am playing this on easy mode, but on normal mode, it can get pretty hard. And here we get our second weapon in the game, the Alistair. It doesn't play any different compared to your regular sword. Damn! Well, game over. Okay, yeah, if you were paying attention already, Dante can apparently survive stab wounds and lightning. Something about him being part demon keeps him from dying from conventional means, even though he has the health bar. Although you have to wonder exactly how far does his immunity go. I mean, is it like Wolverine's healing factor? Does he just heal really fast? Does it keep him from aging too quickly even though he has gray hair? What happens if his head gets cut off? Not going to make the He-Man joke, but I am going to comment on how the lightning looks like crap. And the running theme for getting a new weapon in any Devil May Cry game is to swing it around like an idiot. Accompanied with techno music, of course, because this is apparently the Matrix. Also, that looked pretty improbable. But yes, the Alistair is a lightning-themed weapon, even though element damage doesn't really come into play in this game. It moves a lot faster, you can actually upgrade it, and it introduces your Devil Trigger mode, which I will get into later on. Although, a quick fun fact, the Alistair, or at least the name Alistair, reappears in a game called Beautiful Joe. It's a quick cameo if you're playing the GameCube version, but in the PlayStation 2 version, you can actually play as Dante in an alternate story. Here we get the shotgun, a better firearm than the handgun. Although that and your pistols can't get upgraded. Only the Alistair and a second weapon that you get will get upgraded. But anyways, in Dante's story to Beautiful Joe, when you face off against Alistair, it's actually the spirit of the sword in this game. A bit of smart writing on Capcom's half. But yeah, as you would expect, the shotgun is everything you would expect it to be. It just fires out a huge burst of bullets at enemies. The closer you are to enemies, the more damage you'll do. Right now, this weapon just flat out devastates marionettes you come across. And it's probably one of the more useful firearms you get in the game. next to a third and final firearm you get later on. And with Alistair, we move a little bit faster, and like I said, if you go to one of the time statues to upgrade, you can actually buy new skills, like one move I'll be purchasing off screen is the Stinger. A move where if you lock onto an enemy and push towards them with the analog stick, you'll slide forward and thrust at them. In fact, speaking of Dante and Beautiful Joe, they actually rewrote the story to Beautiful Joe to accustom to Dante and Trish. If you want to know more about that, you should probably pick up Beautiful Joe for the PlayStation 2. It shouldn't be that hard to find, and it's not really that expensive. And while you're looking for PlayStation 2 games, I would recommend this game. I mean, looking at it right now, yeah, the puzzles do seem a little guessworky. Like, you have to actually play this game to know how to solve some of this stuff, like the red door at the beginning. But the combat is very fast-paced, it's very fun, and in later games it does get a lot better. Like, you already noticed that you have to actually go through the pause menu to equip your different weapons. In Devil May Cry 3, that was the first game where you could actually switch around weapons mid-combat. And the next step is to open another door that really wasn't explained very well, but through this door we'll be able to go through secret passages. That's pretty much the huge theme with this game. Secret passages, hidden doorways, and finding keys. Of course, the shotgun is very useful in these tight corridors because it takes out a lot of enemies, especially the marionettes, and it does a lot of damage. It does take a while to fire every shot compared to the pistols where you can just fire one shot after another, but it more than makes up for it with the damage it does. And the fixed camera does kind of get annoying, especially when you have to find certain enemies. It'll get even worse later on when you have to deal with places with a lot of objects that just cut off from you. But this was back when Resident Evil was popular and the fixed camera was all the rage. I'm not gonna play the Legend of Zelda theme, so, or not theme, the solve the puzzle bit. And it's here that we are introduced to a new type of enemy. As soon as it shows itself. The Sin Scissors. These guys are flying ghosts that carry around scissors as weapons, of course. And they do everything they can to try and slash at you with their scissors. Now their big thing is that they can actually fly through walls, so it does make finding them a little difficult. However, they do take a lot of damage from the shotgun, especially if you get up and close to them. You can hit them with your sword, although it's kind of odd since they can fly through solid objects. It makes you wonder how they even take damage from these attacks. But I digress. Although one thing to comment on the library is that you can actually hit the X button on a lot of the books, and Dante will make snide comments. I think one of the books actually mentions how the demons first got into the castle, but it's not really explained very well. But yeah, the Sin Scissors are really easy to take down. As soon as you beat them, you just go through the door, and it's just one door away from actually finishing the mission. Some of the missions, they vary in length. Some are very long, like they'll take a full part like this one. Oh, these spiders only carry around one orb, but they die in one shot anyway. But other missions, they're actually very short, like about a minute long. But yeah, once we give the Staff of Judgment to this door and go through it, we'll get to the chapel, and that's where we'll start our next part. Once we get our letter grade, I'll sign off. See, 9 minutes and 3 seconds. A grade like that will probably get me a C, but when you finish a mission in like 5 minutes, you can get higher ranks. The highest you can get is a S. I want to thank you for watching, and next time we'll go through the chapel and maybe meet our first boss. See you later.